It is the 1st of September on a Friday, which means it is KNR Day and a beautiful, bright spring day. Welcome to Kids Newsroom, where you are kept informed on the latest news for children from across the globe. Igama lami ke ngumshonto Muhle Geleba, inzwakazi yasemampondomiseni, and I'm with the beautiful flower Ruva.
Dumelang Buhle, and welcome to all of our SABC 2, SABC Plus and DTT viewers. Ke Ruva Rasha Marumo, ke thabetse haholo ho ba teng ka jeno, and I hope you guys are excited to receive your weekly dose of kids news. Without wasting any more time, let's check out what we have in store for you today. First up, for all the tech heads, we meet with learners who participated in a coding competition.
Today, we chat about the impact made by Bumbingomso in the Eastern Cape.
Kids take a stand against bullying, gender-based violence, and other social ills. These and so many more stories in the bulletin to follow. Let's take a look at what's happening in our own country.
Motheo le mopresidente wa komiti ya setso Khanyisile Mphahlele ke moithuti wa mphato wa Marematlou sekolong se se phagamego sa banenyana ka Potchefstroom. O thomile tirelo yeo e ahlammego e rulagantše leeto la histori ya sekolo le go bulwa ga museum wa bona wa sekolo. Morero wa tiragalo ye e be e le go kopanya sehlopa sa banenyana go akaretša le maeto a sekolo, boithabišo le go bulwa gape ga museum sekolong sa ga bobona. Ge re lebeletše tšeo di tšerego šedi go la Pretoria Mmogedi, batswadi ba babedi ba golegile morago ga gore bana ba bahlano ba neele moya ka morago ga kgabo ya mollo wa mekhukhu ka bodulo bjo bo sebego bja semmušo bja Itirele kgauswi le Ladiam ka Pretoria. Seo se tla ka morago ga gore batswadi ba bona ba tlogele bana ka ntle le tlhokomelo bošego ka moka. Re tshepa gore molao o tla tšea toka ka morago ga tiragalo ye e šoro. Mmogedi re tswalela ka tšeo di tšerego šedi mo mopresidente wa naga President Cyril Ramaphosa ka la bobedi o boledišane le masogana le bašimane ka thibelo le go lwantšha dikgaruru tša bong le polao ya basadi e lego GBV bjalo ka karolo ya lenaneo la masogana le bašimane Indaba yeo e tshwaretšego ka Soweto provinceng ya Gauteng. Go tsenela mo go ile go fa mopresidente sefala sa go boledišana le masogana le bašimane ka go gatela pele ye e bonagalago ye e dirilwego ka mediro ya dithibelo ya GBV ka dikolong le dihlotlo tšeo di lebanego le tšona ka fase ga luba la dikgaruru le tšhomišo mpe. Aowa Mmogedi tše ke tše re go swaretšego tšona go National Rep ya rena.
And now let's cross our borders and check out what's news around the world.
Xa sijonga kweziphala phambili kwezi zamazwe ehlabathi siqale kwilizwe lase-Ukraine njengoko kusaqhubeka ungquzulwano phakathi kweli nelizwe lase-Russia. Abantwana besikolo bakhelwe amagumbi okufundela angaphantsi komhlaba khona ukuze bakhuseleke kwiziqhushumbisi. Ezinye zezikolo kuye kwanyanzeleka ukuba ziqhube izifundo kwi-intanethi. Kwelase-Israel, intombazane eneminyaka eli-15 yasePalestine ehlala namawele emveku kunye nomntakwabo osandula ukuzalwa usebenzisa isandi sesikhalo sabo ukuqulunqa ii-app eza kunceda ukuba abantu abahlala nabantwana abancinci babone isizathu sokukhala komntwana lowo. uKajeb wenza oku ke esebenzisa ubuxhakaxhaka bale mihla. Xa siqwala siqongqothezi zamazwe ehlabathi sijula umnatha eBolivia. Ingaba ukhe wawucinga umdlalo webhola ekhatywayo olawulwa ngegqudu ngusompempo neminyaka nje elishumi ubudala Hayi Mbukeli, inkwenkwana ibonakale ilawula umdlalo webhola ekhatywayo ngaphandle kwedolophu elikomkhulu laseBolivia kutshanje. Uthi wathatha iintambo kutata wakhe esemncinane ukuza kuthi ngoku sele elawule imidlalo yabasetyhini kwaye uzimisele ukuba aqhubele phambili.
The City of Johannesburg Public Libraries, in partnership with Nelson Mandela University, have arranged a coding competition for grade 7 learners where they competed in a puzzle-based coding game called Ranges. This game plays a role in introducing coding to children without internet or computers, but only puzzles and a smartphone. 50 learners were invited to the final leg of the competition and one school emerged victorious. Let's check them out.
50 learners aged 7 to 16 from different schools gathered under one roof at the Patterson Park Library in Norwood recently. Here they were set to go off against each other on a coding competition. The trick, however, was that there was no computer nor internet connectivity at their disposal, just a tablet and puzzles. Photo recognition matching a pattern of a puzzle was all they could use, and so the games began. The participants were excited and grateful to be part of this final leg of the competition, and this is what they had to say about their experience.
The experience for me here was quite fun. It was enjoyable, and I learned how to move a robot, how to program a robot to do coding.
My experience here was very exciting and very, I could say, spectacular, because I learned a lot of things, such as you can make apps when you do coding, you can do computer science at school.
And in no time, a winner was announced.
The winner of the 2023 Rangers coding competition is Kensington Primary.
The bright stars from Kensington Secondary School were excited and in disbelief about being cream of the crop, and here is what it means to them.
I felt very happy because last year we came out third and this year we came out first, so I was very proud of ourselves.
As winners and leader of our group, we've gotten prize money and a voucher. With the voucher, I will be giving it to my mom personally. I think it will make her very happy. Spoiler, because tomorrow is her birthday. And with the money, we would be donating it to the school. The school really needed to fix up some things and make the class and outside the school a better place for the learners.
I feel that other learners should know how to do coding, because the world would really like to see other ideas from different people, and different ideas bring a better future.
Their teacher attributed creativity and thinking out of the box as one of the many reasons that contributed to her learners coming out first.
I think the reason why they won is because they thought outside the box. Even though they had the solutions, they still thought outside the box. They managed to even use their own solutions and modify the solutions, and they were determined.
At the helm of organizing the event, Mr. Nyoka emphasized the importance of keeping up with 4IR and exposing children to not only utilizing, but coming up with new technological advancements.
They need to know how technology is created, all the technologies that they interact with. In this modern day, they need to know how it's created. As you might have heard them talking about apps, talking about websites, that sparks interest in saying, wow, this is how a robot is created. You give instructions to a computer, tell it what to do.
Congratulations once again to Kensington Secondary School and to all the participants who were there. Coding is indeed the future of children. For SABC News on KNR, I am Liema Vomisa in Johannesburg.
Let's quickly go to an ad break. Don't go anywhere. Siyabuya ngoku. Welcome to KNR right here on SABC2 DTT as well as SABC+. Now, holistic development is important for children in schools, at home and in the community, whether it be sports-wise, mentally, speech-wise, or even at the community at large. Every child is deserving of an opportunity to gear them up for success, which is why today we have invited Esethu Soteni, who is a monitoring and evaluation officer at Bumbingomso, which is based in the Eastern Cape, with a program called Ikwelo Letu. We also have Kungawo's Nyusile, who is a learner at Mascole High School in Mdantsane. Hello, Esethu and Kungawo. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Bushe.
How are you guys doing today? Thank you so much.
Hi, we good, Nijani.
I see Apila Nati. Now, let me start with you, Esethu. Please enlighten us on Bumbingomso and the Ikwelo Letu program. What is that all about?
All right, thank you so much, Bushe. Briefly, Ikwelo Letu, masiqale kuBumbingomso. Bumbingomso is an HIV prevention program that works with 15 to 29-year-old young women and girls. Ikwelo Letu is one of the key interventions ezikhoyo within Bumbingomso. It's basically dealing with gender equality. It's a gender equality shaping program that works with 10 to 14-year-olds in school. So we work with learners from grade 4 right up until grade 6.
Interesting. And Kungawo, why is it important for children to be involved in such initiatives in communities at school?
Thank you for the question, Sis Ruba. In our curriculum at schools, we're not exposed enough to child development. For example, in life orientation, they do not go deeper in teaching, and we are not exposed enough. They do not go deeper in teaching, and there's no enough exposure to things that happen in life and socially constructed norms from the society. These initiatives give children exposure to be themselves and allows them to be able to tackle challenges that society comes with.
Okay. All right. Now we understand, Esethu, that Ikwelo Letu deals with rural communities and township communities. Why these particular communities?
All right, thank you, Bushe. So we understand that a lot of social issues affect abantwana abasezilalini. Secondly, as Ukungawa has said, abantwana abaninzi are not exposed to opportunities, they are not exposed to information. We have high cases of gender-based violence in rural communities. We've got high prevalence of HIV in rural communities, and abantwana are not exposed to this kind of information. So we felt it is important that e-programs are targeting rural young people. But not only that, we want to empower young people from communities zethu esisebenza kuzo, so that when they get into higher institutions of learning, they are exposed to information and they can make decisions as conscious about their body and what they want to basically achieve in life. Yes. So Ikwelo Letu works in townships, it works in rural communities, but we also work in some of izikolo as set down as well. But you're not targeted to ngaba basezilalini, so that we can actually give them information ebazakwazi ukuyisebenzisa when they get into higher institutions of learning.
Absolutely.
So, Kungawo, we understand that you are quite the debater and you are even involved in the Children's Parliament. Please tell us more about that experience.
I was introduced to debates last year by Ikwelo Letu and my dedicated mentor, Ati Sakati. The experience was quite wonderful, from being taught debate from scratch, as it was my first time being introduced to debate and knowing the main purpose for a debate, which is for a healthy verbal interaction. In debate, we tackle social issues, more especially how we're going to build up a society that promotes gender equality. Last year, we came on the first place in the Ikwelo Letu Debate League, BCMM, and I was recognized as the best speaker. And then it happened that I addressed stakeholders like the Department of Health, Department of Education, and Department of Social Development. And that's where I was discovered that I have the ability to present in the Children's Parliament. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, Kungawo, ungathini ukukhuthaza abanye abantwana abafuna ukungenelela ukhuphiswano olufana ne-debating okanye bazimanye ne-organizations ezifana neKwelo Letu?
Okay. Firstly, if the Department of Education can allow Ikwelo Letu to be exclusive in schools in the Eastern Cape and other provinces as well, children will have access to enter in organizations like Ikwelo Letu, where they're going to look for their full potential and talent through the 3 platforms in Ikwelo Letu, which are debating, baseball, and performing arts. So I urge So I urge children who are privileged to have ikololothu in their schools to fully participate in the program. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much, Esetu and Kungawo. Bushle and I have definitely learned a lot, and I hope our viewers did as well. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have today, but we will see you right here after the break.
Welcome back to all of our SABC, DTT, as well as SABC Plus viewers. Listen, Roofs, I am walking on sunshine.
You definitely
today.
look like you are.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I love spring.
I love it so much. Now, gender-based violence, human trafficking, rape, abuse and bullying still remain prevalent in South Africa. This is why Voice It in Action organized a fun color run to walk to raise awareness against all these social ills. The walk was about 6.7 kilometers around the city of Johannesburg. And guess what? One of our presenters, Ayanda, joined in the action and walked the entire 6.7 kilometers. Let's see what transpired.
Dumelang Abusheni Sanmonani and greetings everybody. Nakalibito ke Ayanda Vimasango, and today we are here on a Momo Park Town. It's a bright sunny morning and we're here for the Via Color Walk. If you didn't know, Via stands for Voice It in Action.
That's right, Ayanda. Voice It in Action fights to highlight different social ills. That's why today we are gathered here at Rand Girls High School to be part of this prestigious walk for activism. Sadly, during the first quarter of the year 2023, over 1,000 women were raped. Before the fun color walk began, all the participants got a chance to learn the importance of keeping fit. By now, I'm sure you certainly know it's not called the color walk for no reason. Ayanda fell victim to all the colors that were being thrown around. This part of the color walk promotes health and happiness rather than the stress associated with walking 6.7 kilometers. After everyone was covered in almost all the colors of the rainbow, the walk began.
Hey guys, we're still here at the Via Color Walk. Hi, how are you? I wanted to ask you, what advice would you give to kids that are being abused?
What I give them, the advice that I would give them is that they need to stop being silent. They need to speak up. If you're being abused, just go out there and speak and let your voice be heard.
The government can help by getting therapists. I used to go to therapists last year because I was getting bullied a lot. So I decided to stand up for myself and started fighting for myself because I knew a lot of girls and a lot of people actually commit suicide because of the things that other people do. So I didn't want to feel that pain that I must also kill myself.
I'll say build more children facilities around Johannesburg, not only Johannesburg but around South Africa.
There should be something else, maybe if you bully someone, you get maybe a harsher punishment, because why it's happening every day and it's something that's very ordinary nowadays.
Our friends at KNR suggest if you are going through any form of abuse, you should speak out.
Because of if
kids should speak up, tell someone about it at home.
Organizer Khutatso Moloto says activism should be an everyday obligation to everyone residing in Mzansi.
We want to raise awareness on human trafficking, rape, GBV, bullying, and many other societal ills. And we are saying to South Africans, let's color life. Life is dull. These challenges are making us seem and feel heavy and upset and angry, but we need to color life and make a difference. It needs to happen consistently so that the perpetrators could be like, whoa, I just heard a message yesterday. Because with COVID-19, it was consistent. But now with gender-based violence, it's like drips and drabs. It's only when something happens that we want to do something, but before that, nothing.
It looks like Ayanda had fun. At KNR, we also say, Pansy with child abuse, Pansy, enough is enough.
Hi guys, as you can see, I'm super tired from the beer walk. Today I learned that we should educate each other on GBV. For me, Ayanda Masango, it's over. See you guys in the studio.
It has been reimagined for the stage by young actors and dancers at Redford House in Northcliffe. And that's the timeless story of Aladdin and his wonderful lamp. The revitalized and epic telling of this classic was played at Redford House recently, and KNR was there to witness it all.
And make sure he touches only the lamp.
Once we've got that boy, we've got our lamp, and I'll finally be Sultan of Agrabah!
Based on the Disney's 1992 classic animation, this version of Aladdin performed by Redford House Northcliffe learners doesn't disappoint. This play tells the story of Aladdin, who's a thief with a heart of gold in the fictional land of Agrabah, who falls in love with Princess Jasmine after being forced in the Cave of Wonders by Jafar to find the lamp of magical genie.
Aladdin's a street urchin who longs to make his mother proud, and I think one day he was fussed up with how much he was stealing and how much he got in trouble. So one day he decided that it was time to stop, and he was wandering around, and then an old man came to him, and he came to him and said, "I can show you something." And well, long story short, a genie came, and now he became a prince. And Aladdin isn't so proud of himself because, well, he falls in love with a girl, and the girl doesn't actually know who he is because he's Prince Ali. He falls in love with Prince Ali.
In this version of the play, the plot is driven by good music to express the emotions of the characters.
The students give up a lot of their time. Oftentimes we are until 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. On weekends we rehearse, and even during the school holidays. So the students really put everything into bringing the show to life. With this production, the unique take that we've taken on it is that everyone is aware of the story of Aladdin and the boy who tries to find love, and in doing this faces different obstacles along the way. And so we've taken all three versions of Aladdin: the Broadway musical, the animation version, the Disney animation version, and the recent film version, the movie. And we combined them all together to create our own unique take on a beloved fairy tale, Aladdin.
Take one step and die, you brainless mistress!
Well, indeed, hard work pays off on stage, which made this play swift and seamless.
I have been told that I'm actually quite similar to Jafar, which is quite worrisome, but it actually is a lot of fun because I generally try to be a very kind person, but when I'm Jafar, I have no need to worry about that.
I won't lie, I was so scared because I watched the Broadway productions and I didn't know that I could do it because he was mostly played by a man and his voice was low-toned and my voice was not that low, so I was so scared of how my voice would sound, how I would act. Maybe I was not too funny enough, maybe I didn't have enough confidence as they did on Broadway. But going through these months, I just got comfortable in it. My motto is, the stage is mine and I own it and I take it.
It's no wonder these guys kept their eyes on the stage.
And my favorite character was Iago because she's cute and funny, and yeah.
My favorite character is the genie. She just has a lot of vibe, energy, and the costumes are just amazing.
I like Aladdin, Jasmine, and Jafar.
Why?
Because Jasmine has a beautiful voice. My favorite character is Iago because she's funny.
I like Jasmine because I love her outfits and hair and just the way that she speaks with expression.
The show, which displays the courage of pursuing one's dream in the quest for love, even through impossible situations, runs only until the 9th of September at National Children's Theatre. So be sure not to miss it. Vuyokazi Gafile, SABC News, Johannesburg.
What a lovely and informative episode, but unfortunately that is all the time we have for today. Don't forget to catch us here next week, same time, same place. From me, Rivarashe, goodbye.
And like she said it, mna nawe siyakudibana ngexesha elizayo, and happy Spring Day!